All right, so John shared to me this on Instagram, and I didn't know if I want to talk about this because it made me so uncomfortable. But so PETA launches a gruesome online shop with goods made of human leather. Obviously, they're not real human leather. Let's make that
I was
clear.
about
But
to ask that. I was like, yo, Peter's got some balls. Like,
they're
what the
wild.
fuck?
And I mean, they got a niche market for it. Cause clearly, Doc, you were like, "That's badass" because your necromancer ways.
Yeah, I dig the
I heard that shit.
necromancy and
I
fantasy
heard that.
stuff.
I heard that shit is on the Hannibal Lecter line,
All right, let's read this real
The
quick and
Lecter collection.
the
get some,
Lecter collection.
get some context before we react.
It's called Faces.
So, like I said, let's read this and get some context before we react. So, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals has taken aim at trendy shops such as Urban Outfitters with the launch of its satirical store, Urban Outraged, featuring items supposedly crafted from human parts. The shop features a number of clothing and accessories made of the finest leather that, on second look, reveal human faces on the jackets, human teeth on the shoes, and human blood oozing from the bags, according to press release. The campaign, reminiscent of the Buffalo Bills human suit from 1991's The Silence of the Lambs, was designed to put a spotlight on popular retailers that continue to peddle clothing made of animal leathers and furs. One of the Urban Outrage taglines described it as fashion that dares to ask the question, "Who are you wearing?"
Dude, what if you pair that jacket with the
Please
little
keep reading.
Nas shoes? I
Oh,
wonder
this
what
is
that
the
looked like.
Resident Evil
Scroll up a little bit, Ian.
pack.
Okay, go
Yeah.
back. I'm sorry. All right, so a cow's skin belongs to her, and she feels fear and pain in a slaughterhouse every bit as much as you or I would. PETA's executive vice president, Tracy Raymond, said in an exclusive statement to the Post. Items sold on Urban Outrage feature the proverbial names of slaughtered people whose organs were used to fabricate the goods, many of which retain some of their corporeal form, such as a suitcase abdomen with human nipples.
Adorned.
That does say adorned. I'm sorry.
Where are
I'm
the
just
nipples?
thinking of body parts while I'm reading
No, you're
this, and I'm
fine.
I just
You're
like
gonna tell me that's not an item on Resident Evil, dude?
keep scrolling. We got more
Looks
images.
like it. Yo, those shoes are rowdy gross though.
Okay.
This looks Halloween stuff.
PETA's Urban Outrage challenges shoppers to see the individual behind every bit of an animal skin on store racks and shelves. Of course, all items being sold on Urban Outrage are not actually for sale and are merely digital illustration of how PETA images human leather goods. And I think that's
Oh, I was actually gonna say, I was like, dude, they're probably actually gonna make money off of this shit.
dude that
Like, I'm sure some people would buy it just for shock value.
But the thing
That
is,
is
the first
reveals
paragraph.
such a worst thing in our society.
The first paragraph says it's leather.
They're just it's all marketing. Like they're just saying it's human leather, just so that people
But
get
doesn't that defeat the
the
purpose
idea.
if they're using leather?
What do
I'm
you mean?
understanding. Yeah, I don't understand your point.
Like, they're supposed to be. This is supposed to make me not want to use leather.
I don't think
Oh,
it's. I don't think it's leather
see what you're
specifically. I just
saying.
think it's supposed to be
They
animal
said it
products.
in the
Period.
paragraph. The first paragraph you read to me said leather.
Well,
They
they're
say
saying
it's
that
a
leather is skin, and so they're like, what if it was human leather? And so that's what they're kind of going by. But they're making it like also look particularly gross to make you see the human inside of it.
Hmm. I I I could have swore I heard you say leather fashioned like human skin, and so
scroll up to. Let's just go to the top. Let's scroll back up to the beginning because I don't think the whole jab is at leather specifically. I just think it's a. So where is it? People blah blah blah.
okay, I may have misinterpreted.
Made of the
leather.
finest leather that on second look reveals like yeah. So I mean they're just using leather as an example, but their whole thing is just trying to point out how like
Animal cruelty.
exactly
poison. Okay.
exactly. So now that we
Mhm.
got some context and read some of this stuff, do you do you think this is an accurate metaphor?
No,
Is that about ready for that question though?
no, I don't think it is. But hey, that's just
Dog, those
literally
boots.
those boots
Oh,
are
wow.
crazy. It's just a difference.
It's
Of
just so
opinion, though.
dramatic and extreme.
I think that's why, to me, it doesn't vibe that much because it's super dramatic. Like nobody would leave the cow skin like that, like raw, and then sell it to somebody. Nobody would buy it. Um,
We
I
don't
feel
put
like the
cow
truth,
faces.
like if it was actually being done by like a serial killer or something like that, the truth would be a little bit far scarier. Where it would look like a really nice jacket and you would love wearing it, and then you would find out in 2 years that it was made of a person and freak the fuck out.
So first thing that comes to mind for me when I see this is the South Park episode where you got PETA with their own little camp in the woods having sex with animals and marrying animals.
That did not come to my mind. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you what did though. None of the shit looks like wearable. I think their point is defeated by making it too extreme. I think if they
Yeah,
made
yeah,
it look more,
it's all very raw.
But that's why I say the South Park thing, because the whole thing with South Park is they take their
take it
belief to the
extreme.
extreme. Like these people put animals on the same level as humans. And I'm not trying to say we're better than animals. Well, I mean, obviously we are to a degree. And I could use the biblical terms as in God made us to have dominion over animals. What you do with that is up to you as an individual, whether you are cruel to them or you are...
when y'all get a pair of these, y'all come talk to me. Until then, shut the fuck up. We running this, okay?
It's not even the thumb thing. It's just the...
Oh, this one too.
Just the either way, back to my point. It's just they just put humans and animals, every single animal, on the same. Like you should treat them how you treat humans, and it's like that's weird, and that's why the South Park extreme joke is they're having intimate relationship with animals because that's the extreme version of how you could take their ideology, and that's why when I see this, I think of that episode because it's like, dude, what are y'all doing? This is so extreme and dramatic. Like this doesn't make sense.
Anytime you have to prove your point with an extreme, you need to reevaluate your fucking point. There should be a normal way, a regular way of go about explaining your point. It does not have to be human facing.
Yo, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. This podcast is sponsored by Angel Blinds, a local Atlanta area small business. Their blinds help you get a new look for your living room, to your bedroom, to your dining room. They even got custom kids blinds with their favorite superhero or princess. Use our promo code FDT. Our audience gets 10% off their first purchase. You can find them at Facebook at Angel Blinds or Instagram at Angel Blinds _ between Angel and Blinds. So check them out.
On a leather jacket, and then it's crazy because it's
Let's
like,
get this off the screen. All right, let's get this off
but
the
no,
screen.
but it's really crazy because they can literally. Have you seen some of those truth commercials? Some of those truth commercials need to come with like a rated R. Like some of those truth commercials that you're forcing kids to watch are just as bad as a scary movie, or just as traumatizing as a scary movie. When you're seeing somebody at the counter trying to buy cigarettes and their teeth just start falling out. Like, like that's not something that's okay visually, and it doesn't come with a warning. It just here, just commercial everywhere. So I don't get it. And then the funny thing is, when people try to use scare tactics to
What's up,
prevent
Phillip?
you to do stuff, what's up, Phil? When people try to do scare tactics to prevent you to do stuff like using extreme, when you find out that it's anything less than the extreme, it becomes far more easy for you to actually do that thing. Like when you
Well,
go,
it becomes a joke because it reminds me of like when they used to show those commercials on like not to smoke weed and they'd be like, "You'll ruin your whole fucking life, man. One puff, that's all it takes, and you're done." And it's just like, okay. And then it's not really that bad, but like you see this stuff and you're just like, oh my god, anybody who buys leather is a fucking serial killer. Like what the hell? I think there is a
That's
middle ground.
Crazy fucking
Like over
association.
farming animals to the point to where like they're abused and they live like 4 years in a cage. And,
Sure.
like,
Yeah.
they can't walk or anything. Like they're basically asking to be killed just so that you can get a handbag so that they can meet like a profit. Like that does make sense, especially like as the business grows, the kennels have to get bigger, the amount of animals have to get bigger, and then you get what happened in fucking, what was it, like Norway or Denmark, where they killed all the fucking minks.
Yeah, the
because
minks
they had
topic
like
we
one
had.
mink
Yep.
that had COVID or something like
Yep.
that,
Mm-hmm.
and they just had mass burials of thousands of them. Like, dude, like we're capable of some fucked up shit. So on some extent, over farming is a real thing, and it needs to be like addressed.
But
Or at
bringing
least
awareness
people
to
need
this,
to be
this is
aware
not
of
how
it.
you do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is just a little too far. This is like government, like don't smoke weed type fucking level of scare tactics.
Because I mean, like I said, I agree with you. Our over farming stuff when it comes to our food industry, like we probably kill a bunch of cows. And then when it comes to our fashion industry, just for the Louis Vuitton and the Gucci and Burberry bags and wallet stuff we have, we probably kill a lot of cows, like, or whatever the fancy.
Shit, we probably kill a lot of people.
Like,
To Peter's point.
I get it, but is this so? So then, by that logic or by that point where I'm making and Doc made, then this would be a very apt example. It's still dramatic, but it still does make sense then.
An apt example would be them showing conditions of somebody who's working in a sweatshop. Putting a face, they want us to take the point of view of the animal.
I don't know. I think my pitch would be to show the over farming more than this, because this kind of tells everybody that if you buy leather, you're basically a serial killer,
Yeah.
horror monster, or something like that.
Murder or something like that, yeah.
Which I don't agree with. I do think leather works, and we've used it for generations because we found it works. But I do agree with some level of awareness to moderacy.
Mm-hmm.
To like, you buy one leather jacket, it can last you your whole fucking life, man. If you take care
If you
of it.
take care of it, yeah.
So I would buy one, but be responsible so
So-
that people don't just keep fucking killing cows so that you can get one every year.
So would Peter argue that the Native Americans' lifestyle back in the day
Good point.
would that be something they viewed as okay or not?
To be consistent, I would
I think
assume
the purists would probably say fuck them too.
no. Yeah, I agree with Doc. At the purists, yeah, the people to be consistent, yeah.
Because that's wild to me. Because you couldn't say they didn't appreciate it. There wasn't an appreciation of their surroundings or the animal or all that stuff. But I guess, I don't know, it's just wild to ask a human being to take the position, like the point of view of an animal, when an animal cannot do for, like, and this isn't take like little ecosystems and all that shit out of the way. Animals, unless we actually use them or put them to use, are not as useful to us as we are to an actual domesticated animal. So, like, if you have a domesticated animal like a dog or a cat, you provide its food, you bathe it. If there's any sickness or anything, you take it to the vet. You do all of these things. And the roles cannot be reversed. So why can we reverse it why we going one way? We can't go back the other way. It doesn't make sense to me. It's not comparable to putting human faces on a fucking jacket. Because you couldn't put raccoons walking around buying fucking, you know what I'm saying? In this example, it should have been animals wearing the leather.
It still would have been
It would have been dumb as fuck. But
Still-
I'm just saying, the point even sucks more. It's humans wearing human. That's cannibalism. Now I'm irritated because now it makes less sense to me that you have humans wearing this. If you want us to take, like, it should have been a cow wearing the human faces, like the Chick-fil-A, and then you would have had to play on the Chick-fil-A ads. That would have been funny. Yo, Peter, holla at me.
I was about to say, I was like, that's actually not that bad. They should have just fucking had a bear like walking upright with like a human purse.
Mm-hmm.
So let me make a. Actually, no, I don't want to make this point. Anything else to say about this?
Good, brother.
This is weird.
Like I said, man, some max level necromancy fucking gear.
Yeah, dude.
That
I
shit
don't
summons
even.
3 fucking skeletons at once.
Doc's gonna get the full set.
You gotta get the full set to get the 6 skeletons.
Oh gosh.
The bag with the shoes and the belt.
This actually made no sense. From top to bottom, this made no sense. Now I just know you're going for shock value. Why did you have
wish I had different
humans
something else to end it
wearing
on.
this? This is dumb.
All
I'll
right.
tell you how we end it. R. Kelly was pulling up the middle schools.
Yo, you made it to the end. Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching Fake Deep Thinking. If you like the show, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and to share. We really appreciate everything and appreciate you. So take it easy. Peace.
Peace.
Have a good day.